All right, so it's looking like this thing isn't working. Actually, I cannot tell. So presenting everyone. Okay. Okay. I'm going to share screen here. All right, so hopefully this is working right. Um, this is Fred again. Hang on 1 second here. Woo, it's kind of trippy there. Hang on 1 second. Let me get this thing up. It's a coming. I said it's a coming. All right, here we go. So we're gonna go and blast this like massive. That'll work. Aspect ratio. All right. So basically, I just wanted to, have a whiteboard, if you will. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and change this again. Let's go 1,000 and 1,000. All right, boom. All right, so a little bit bigger. All right, so like I was saying before, I wanted to do an introduction. That last introduction was the introduction to this introduction. And if you caught that, you're doing pretty good. So anyway, let me my new little jobby here, bought from my brother. All right, so I'm gonna pull out some stuff here. All right, so like I said, this is gonna be, and forgive the atrocious writing. This is awesome. Okay, so hopefully you can read that. That says introduction, and I just crossed it out. That's brilliant. Anyway, so here we go. All right, so that's an introduction. Um, and the first thing is there's a couple things I want you to know, like the direction that we're going to be taking this. Firstly, um, we're going to have a few things, a few tools that we're going to eventually have. All right. So, tool number one is we are going to have some hosting. Okay. Now, thankfully, what I'm going to be showing you, you don't have to have this right away, but eventually you're going to have this. All right. You're going to have an autoresponder. I'll just abbreviate that. Third thing you're going to have is some emails that you're going to put in that autoresponder. You're going to write those yourself, but it's actually not that hard. And it's better to just get it going, and you can fine tune it later. The other thing you're going to have is you are going to have, let's see, hosting, autoresponder, emails, Um, you're going to be doing traffic the whole time. So basically, how this is going to run is we're going to try to get as fast as possible to the point that you can start driving traffic. Um, and with all this your content, okay, that is going to be driven by YouTube. All right, the reason being, YouTube has this pretty awesome feature where um, when you create a video, okay, um, you can create one like I'm doing now, or actually make slides. I was just lazy and I didn't want to make the slides. That's pretty much it. But once you create the video, if you enunciate well and if you speak in a good rhythm of frame rate, um, that's funny. It records the frame rate. Anyway, you speak in a good rhythm. YouTube has the ability to literally transcribe the words that you say. Okay. Now we're going to use that to our advantage. Because what's going to be happening here is you're going to be finding content that you're going to repurpose, put into your own words, reuse, and you're going to create videos with those. Once the video is created and YouTube transcribes those words that you just spoke on that video, we are literally going to take that transcription. We're gonna edit it on YouTube and make sure it's correct and it's right, because that's going to be very important. Once it's correct and it's actually what you said, because it does some weird things. It's funny, but once you get that content, you're going to pull that content off of YouTube, and you're going to take that content and you're going to create an article out of it. You're going to create, if you use a SlideShare type of a video, which I recommend, don't be lazy like me. If you use a SlideShare video, then you can actually take those slides that you took. Like I said, already you got the transcript, you got the slides. You're going to be able to take from that and create an article with that transcription. And then you can also create a little PDF. And this is all free. You're going to create a little PDF of that slide presentation, okay? And you're going to take that the slides, and you're going to post that onto SlideShare and DocShare websites. You're going to have to tweak it each time a little bit, make your description a little different. I'll show you about all that. But you're going to do that, and you're going to use it to point back to your video. And then that article, you can take that article, excuse me, and write it, and then you're going to submit that article to an article directory, and then what you can do is just take that article after it's accepted in that article directory, and then rewrite the article again. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. You're going to rewrite that article again, and then you're going to post that same article to more article directories. Basically, what you're doing is you're creating a lot of different content to point back to your YouTube video. It's going to do several things for you. We'll talk about that a little later. But some of the stuff that you're going to be doing. You're going to be doing all this free stuff in order to drive some traffic before you ever even, put money on the line and, get your autoresponder and your hosting. As far as those two things, you're going to get your autoresponder first, because with the autoresponder, you actually have the ability to create a squeeze page that's hosted by the autoresponder, and you can actually start driving traffic to your squeeze page before you even have a website. and we're gonna be doing that. So every single day you're going to be doing something to drive traffic. That is very important because you don't have time to wait for this stuff, and you've got to ramp this up very quickly. So you got to be just, you know, pardon the terminology, you got to be balls to the wall and just nail this thing and get this content out there, which gets links coming back, and hopefully you get eyeballs coming back because you want to start getting some generating some sales, um, like pretty soon, like right out of the gate. So, um, but here is the bottom line. This is a business. You need to treat this like a business, and you're going to have to invest some money into this. There is no way around it. Yes, can you make money without spending money? Yeah. Um, you're not going to make as much, just to be honest with you. Um, if you really want to do this and do this well, you're going to have to fork over some change in order to get some solutions. I'm going to talk about this a little later on. For hosting, um, I use a different host. I'm not going to recommend them to you because um, they charge a lot more than what you can get out there. Um, there is a distinct possibility that um, you can get hosting for really cheap. I've been looking at some solutions, have a couple of ideas, but I'll be coming with you with that. I want to try to get the lowest cost, upfront cost as possible. And so, like I said, I'm going to be doing that with hosting as well. Then, as far as autoresponders, there's only two autoresponders that I'm really going to be going after, and that's GetResponse or Aweber. Um, Aweber provides a $1 30-day, I believe it's a 30-day trial, and GetResponse offers a free 30-day trial. So we're going to go for one of those. Obviously, if you already have hosting and you already have autoresponder, then you're good to go with those. Um, but we're going to do that. So the one hosting account that I was looking at, um, we can actually get your first month for a penny, literally. But I'll look into that. And then the autoresponder, like I said, either free or $1. So we'll go with $1. Okay. Emails, that's just going to cost you time. Traffic, the kind of traffic that we're doing first off is not going to cost anything. Depending on how much you value your time, that's really the only cost you're going to have. You're talking $1 and a penny for the first month. Now, if you make one single solitary commission on whatever product you're promoting, you're already going to be in profit your very first month. Okay, and that's what we're after. All right. Now, um, the way this is going to work is every time you get a sell, you want to take that money, all right, and you want to do one of two things. A, and this is the best choice. A, you are going to take that money and you're going to invest it into traffic. All right. So that's one. So you're going to invest that into traffic, like I said. Um, um, like I said, you invest that into traffic, or let me erase this real quick. Um, you're going to reinvest that into getting some traffic. Now, the best traffic to get is you're going to be building a list here. Okay, so the best traffic to pay for it. Um, and there's pretty much two options that we're going to go after. One is either click or impression advertising. Um, so you're going to be doing like Facebook, which can be pretty cheap, or we're going to be doing solo ads. All right, now if you're going to choose a niche that is not make money online or is not affiliate marketing or those sorts of things, if you're going to choose a niche that's not one of those, then I would suggest probably going for Facebook and just doing that first off. So that's plenty. All right, so um, like I said, you've got the free traffic and you've got the paid traffic. In order to ramp this thing up and to really make it happen, you're going to be doing paid. And the two things that we're going to be doing for paid traffic is either you're going to be doing either pay per click, which Facebook enables you to do that, or it's going to be pay per view, or it's actually, scratch that, it's actually going to be pay for impression. So um, forgive me, but I can't remember the name of it anyway. So anyway, you have pay per click, or you're going to be paying for impressions. And that usually happens with every 1,000 impressions, you pay a certain amount, and it's a bidding scenario. So you're going to bid a certain amount for that. Or you're going to be doing solo ads. Okay, you can get some solos done for very, 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 very inexpensive, actually. And if you don't know, a solo is basically where somebody has built a list in a certain subject matter, and they will sell an advertising spot where you get a solo mailing where it's only about your website, and they will send that out to their list, and you usually purchase by a number of clicks. What that means is however many people from that email will actually click on the link in that email and go to your website. All right. So that's where we are headed. I'm going to cut this video off here. As far as the steps we're going to go, I'm going to be taking the steps just a little bit at a time. The first step is one of setup. And so what I'll do is I'll do a video about that step, introducing that step, and then I'll do another video that is that step. That's kind of how I'm gonna do this. So, all right. So look forward to the next video. I'll be hitting you up soon. While I try to close this stuff down. All right. Okay. So yeah. So like I said, I'll see you on the next video there.